Hello and welcome, Coalaholics, to another episode of Late Night with Captain Sid. Today I have three guests. I'll start off with my Scotsman. How you doing, Grim?
Hello there, I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
Yeah, it's another lovely day. It's raining, it's getting colder, I'm getting ready for snow. Yeah. Alright, moving on to our lady. Baby, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
It's, as I said, doing great right now. It's awesome.
Exactly.
Saving Throw, new to the show. What's up?
Just on the show. I'd ask what's up with you and how you're doing, but
You
we
know.
can cover those bases.
Yeah,
Indeed.
twice.
Indeed. Well, we can do it third time's the charm, third time's the law. I'm doing
Make
great.
sure it's thorough.
Yes. I am having a great day. Not sexually arousing, but it's a great day. I got cigarettes, I got my vapors, I got some New Vegas going on. Well, not less of New Vegas, but more of that. Well, other than that, yeah. All right, moving right along into our topics of discussion. So, who wants to tell me what RP everyone should be looking at right meow? Not right now, but right meow.
Right meow.
Right meow.
Your license and registration meow?
Yes, right meow.
Right, meow. I recommend people have a look at an RP called Scattered Shards.
Scattered Shards.
Yes, it's a nation builder. One of the new ones.
Tell me more about it there, Scotsby.
Yeah, so this is actually an RP I happen to mod.
Shameless plug.
Well, alright, so this is where it gets difficult because so many people do not understand the actual setting of the RP, but still go for it anyway. The setting is the idea is that the world has, this world, where it came from, has shattered and exploded into lots of mini dimensions,
Yes.
which I call shards in the reference to an old video game. And each shard is made from a combination of elements from, I think it's 6 bits I randomly come up with. And
Okay.
different shards have different elements that results in different life in different worlds.
Alrighty.
And your job is to build your nation in one of these shards and expand to others. Explore whatever else is out there.
Okay. I see. So,
And that's literally the gist of the RP.
outstanding. I love gists of RPs.
I've always wanted to do a nation builder, but I've always been so intimidated. Like, I don't even know how they work.
I know, right?
Well, to be honest, I'm the moderator and I still don't understand.
Well, that's very encouraging.
To be
Saving
fair.
Throw, do you have any insights on these nation buildings? And Saving Throw failed his speaking check, so
Whoa.
moving right along.
Nobody said my name.
Well, Saving, you were called upon to help us, to help you, to help us. So, the question stands. What do you know about nation building?
Not a whole lot. I'd imagine it'd be sort of like a strange game of like Civilization or something. But you get like your own. I don't know. From what I see is you get like a character, like you get to play your actual leader while leading, like making all the decisions for what everybody else is doing inside of your nation.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd consider picking one up, but it's a lot of reading and stuff and being aware of what everybody's doing.
Well, roleplay is very little reading. It's more of like you jump the gun and you just slam yourself into an RP and then you just make
do
it work.
it.
Yeah, it's like Nike, just do it.
Just do it.
There's never reading in RPs. That's just a myth.
No, never. Like, you don't even know what's going on. You just jump in and you hope for the best.
I'm saying it's too much reading. It's like an overwhelming amount.
There is. I
just
can agree
don't
with you.
have time for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This takes a lot of time.
It very well does. I tried to join one nation building RP, and I had all this like military leadership planned out for Sweden, ironically.
Oh.
And I was doing research, and I accidentally forgot about the year that the game was made, or the game was taking place, and I had to pretty much think of how their leadership would go, because they're run by a monarchy in a sense. and I had to try to make up new kings that would precede the last one until it got to me, and I just said, "Fuck that." I don't want to. I don't want to try to predict world events to Sweden because knowing my luck, it'll happen. Like, yeah, then a great donut famine happened and all the fat people died.
Oh, so then it turns into, it's raining, it's cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Something like that, yes. But moving right along, any other RPs besides the nation building? If you want, try another type.
Sci-fi.
All right,
Sci-fi.
all right, Bailey. Tell me.
Okay. Well, all right. I don't look. When I feel like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to explain this. Okay, I
Yeah.
like sci-fi role plays, and everyone that I seem to join seems to like slow down. But the ones that are everybody's like, oh man, like Forgotten Earth. Like I know that's a big one,
Mm-hmm.
but like it's so detailed. It would be so difficult just to like jump in. You know what I'm saying? Like the new ones, they're not even picking up at all. Everybody's so stuck up, Forgotten Earth. And I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but they're just so stuck up Forgotten Earth. But like the new ones, like Change Wars, like I mentioned earlier, they're good. It has great potential, and I'm like really into it. But there's nobody there. There's like 3 people.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Oh God.
So, shameless plugs aside there, you heard it here. Get your heads out of other people's keisters and check out some other RPs, because don't be a douche. Have variety.
Canal. It's a douche canal.
It's the douche novel. Just the tip. Just
Oh
the tip.
God.
I remember the RP where I was one of 3 people in it for 6 months.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Well, you can
That
keep it
is-
rolling like that, though. You can make multiple characters for a little while.
Oh, we did. The thing is, just meant all 3 of us, the 3 of us, which is 2, me, and 1 other, and the moderator, pretty much just wrote a huge story arc all involving our 3 characters.
Oh, I
It
mean,
worked out well, but they ended up getting the purge because it's just the 3 of us and not, 4 or 5.
That sucks.
Because
Well, I mean-
like half the 4 was unused. It kind of sucked for it. And
See,
that's
like, that's my fear for freaking Change Wars. Like, I really like the storyline. And I've tried to pretty it up and, like, promote it a little bit. And the guy, the mod, he's barely on. So there's not, like, much that I can do without asking him. And every time I go to ask him something, like, it takes, 3 weeks for him to reply. So it's just, like, the struggle.
have you considered actually asking someone else to possibly take up being mod?
Well,
That would help out the other mod, because you never know. Real life has actually been kicking ass on a lot of Bacillaholics. So take Ace, or AC3 rather. He's running several different RPs, but he's been busy as shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm his co-mod right now, but, like, I don't know. I'm trying, but it doesn't matter.
That's all
I
that
just don't want it
matters.
to get thrown away because it's got a great storyline. I just kind of want to copy and paste the storyline to save it for later if it does get thrown away.
Well, do it. There's nothing
Fine.
saying that you can't try to revive an RP later. It's always wise policy to save all characters people make, so you can remind them later in case it does get canned, and be like, hey, it's been a while, I'd like to revive this, here's what I got left, blah, blah, blah.
Oh man, there was this girl like on Cry of Wolves. She was like one of the first people to make a character on my roleplay, and she had bomb characters. Like they were so good, and she wrote them up really well. And then when she roleplayed with them, she was a great writer, and it was so good. And then suddenly she just disappeared. She's just gone. And I've like tried to message her, and she hasn't come back. She's been inactive for months now.
I know a lot
That's
of
the
great
worst.
role players like that. It seems to hit them the worst. See, people like me who are like mediocre, we seem to stick around longer because we're like, eh. But the problem is all the good ones are going away, so we're starting to become more and more in the spotlight. And then someone's like, "You're great," and you're like, "What? I am?" Then you realize, no, it's just all the good ones are gone, so you're what's left.
Yeah, exactly. You're like the big glass for PE basketball, But with all the middle schoolers around, so obviously we're gods.
Indeed.
That was a great analogy. High five.
Good job. So, moving right along back again. So, right into the discussion of RPs. Anyone got a personal favorite character of theirs that they would like to see in the Coliseum?
Oh, wait.
Coliseum.
The Coliseum?
what's the Coliseum?
Coliseum is in the advanced roleplay area where basically you do a one-liner thread. Not one-liner, but a one-thread thing.
Oh, the Coliseum, the thing, the thing. Yes,
The thing that we're kind of named for. Being a
Yeah.
Coliseumaholic.
Shut up. Hold on, wait, no. I thought...
What?
Hold on, wait.
I remember this thing.
I think I'm confused.
You
Never
probably
mind.
are. It's okay.
Shut up.
But does anyone got a favorite character they like to see pitted against someone else's favorite character? I mean, your powers and abilities will never mesh, but it's part of like Goku versus fucking Sonic the Hedgehog. Their powers won't match, but we'll see who wins. I vote for Sonic because I hate Superman.
Oh my god, Sonic, yes. Sonic will win because...
I've gone to the spree now where I started making ridiculously weak characters because I find them just so much more interesting to RP.
Well, of course. I mean, everyone can make a fucking modern-day Jesus, but the guy who makes this average Joe Schmo trying to make it through, there's going to be more... You don't have, like, hard-hitting. You just end up with more dialogue and more character development because you're trying to do what you can at your level.
Yeah. Well, I had a great laugh with a character who pretty much their entire job was to run around and get everyone else together. Because it's like one person was just trying to keep me safe and ended up everyone else. It was that kind of character. It's like, keep me safe, it's good for you. And then everyone else is like, kill it!
Kill it now!
Kill it before it lays eggs, kill it!
With fire!
Make it scream.
No. I'm notorious for making...
Unfortunately, that was also a little girl character.
Aww.
Don't say that.
And they wanted to kill it?
Yep.
Aww. Well, you know, we're all sadistic here, so whatever.
I'm going to throw a shameless plug in for Kai Turrips, his new reviving Pokemon RP, possibly. I made a villain there. And when I make villains, I don't just go I'm going to destroy the world. No, I'm like, I'm going to be subtly evil. But it's going to be like, that guy's evil. But his method's being evil. Like in the Pokemon one, he was with the bad guy, so he wanted world domination, obviously. But his character was a little bit darker than that. I left it ambiguous to whether or not he was molesting his Pokemon.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Freaking creep.
Like he would literally kill someone, but that doesn't mean he wouldn't have a bedfellow that was something he had captured in a Pokeball, let's say.
So, okay, hold on, wait. What do you mean? Like, you're saying, like, oh, well, I mean, he would kill somebody,
like,
but
he's a psychic. He might make you bleed from your brain out and then take your Pokemon with him and probably torture them, kill them, make new Pokemon eggs, whatever have you, and possibly molest them in a very harsh way.
Pokemon just got dark.
Yeah, like I said, Kai was like, I need a villain. I'm like, all right, Jack Mortis was his name. Psychic dragon Pokemon trainer. So but the thing is, he has fiercely little Pokemon with him. But his Pokemon are treated horribly, but he has conditioned them to the point where they think that's love from him, because that's all they've known.
You're just a little dick, aren't you?
Well, Jack is a dick. I'm not.
Well, hello there.
It's one of those, when you see Jack, you are instantly repulsed from him, but that was the point. It's like, you see Pokemon like Team Rocket, you're like, Team Rocket. When you see Jack, you're like, that motherfucker has to die. Like, time Meowth, go kill him. And then it's like, no, oh god, he killed Meowth. He's coming for me. He was meant to be someone you could hate and not love to hate them. You hate them with every fiber of your being.
That's awesome.
And that was the point. Like,
actually, I commend you.
Thank you. But my good guys tend to be like, not Mary Sue.
Momento, por favor.
Oh. She cursed at us in Spanish. I don't know what that means. I know it means one moment. Shut up.
And I'm back.
Oh, right, she said 1 minute.
Okay, look.
She technically was not gone for 60 seconds, but we can hold her to that.
Okay, look, guys. All right.
I'm not looking because we're all in these booths, and it's for my protection and yours. Don't make me open the airlocks.
I'm going to throw something at you.
Good luck with that, because I have my hand hovering over this airlock button. Just saying, it might slip. We're on the moon base. It's okay.
Speaking of airlocks, okay, this is a little out of the topic here. Have you guys seen that movie Gravity?
No.
Oh, God.
It's on my list of things to see.
No.
Saving throw just made a saving throw to see if he survives space.
Like,
I actually did toss 2d20.
All right. But let's go ahead and go into the movie topic. I know recently we've had some mentions of someone wanting to do movie RPs.
yes, I agree with that. I'm a huge movie buff. Like, it's a little ridiculous.
But the question is, we're taking movies we love and trying to make it into an RP. How do we even go with that?
No, we're not doing a freaking Notebook RP or a Titanic. That's just gay.
Obviously, we're not talking about gushy, like, vagina moistening movies. We're talking like, say,
That's
like...
not vagina moistening. That just pisses me off. That's not moistening vaginas.
Let me throw a theory at you. Let's just say Titanic and The Great Gatsby are somewhat similar.
Oh, yes.
Have you heard the Jack is Gatsby? Yes, that was a good theory. I liked it.
That's a good theory. I liked that.
If anyone hasn't heard it, it's basically that Jack gets a taste of the high life, keeps the Hope Diamond, survives the sinking of Titanic, and eventually goes back to New York. He sells the diamond, builds up his fortune, and starts going into the stock market, goes on, building up his empire, and eventually he's now Jay Gatsby with a fear of swimming pools and a shady past.
Look at him go. See? You leave them paintings of French women alone, and you rule the world. See? You see what happens?
Except I hated The Great Gatsby because it was this montage of fucking, I love her, but she loves him, but she loves me, but I love that one.
Okay, see, this is the reason why I didn't go see it.
I read the book.
What was that? Okay, so you all know the Twilight series and how it
Hiss.
sucks.
No, that's condemned topic here. We're not talking about fairies, wood fairies in this topic.
Listen, just listen.
No.
Okay,
It's a trap.
no, listen. Stephanie Meyer.
It's a trap.
She came up with that new book, The Host, and then they came out with a movie for it. There's something wrong with that woman. Stephanie Meyer has a weird thing with having little freaking love triangles. Like, I was watching it, I was like, oh,
You
this
mean
is
a
good.
love triangle
And then
between a
I figured
werewolf
out what it's all
and a
about.
baby?
Deep down, it's just about love, and it's gay. Do not waste your time. It's so stupid. Not to offend any gay people, I say that all the time.
But I'm not going to waste my time with any of her things because her vampires are wood fairies and
Yes,
a baby
that's
is this
stupid.
one werewolf's lover,
I'm talking about
soulmate.
Nosferatu here. Like, you just ruined how many years of just vampires, lady, and now everybody's like, oh, vampires cool. No. If you were in that situation, you would cry. You would probably shit yourself and you would cry.
See, I'm getting back into the Masquerade game. I played it a tabletop version. I believe my Malkavian was having discussion with his voices in his head about Twilight, and they told him they're actually in the book Twilight, and Twilight was actually real life, so he should really try not to be like Twilight, because that would be boring. If you don't know about Malkavians, they're insane. Well, they're not insane. They just know the true thing of the worlds.
I request a light belt. Can you help me? I'm not riding.
Wait, what? I was drinking. What?
You'll have to ask him.
Didn't work. Never mind.
Didn't work.
Indeed. So,
I was trying to make my cup go and make a plop
Well,
noise. Didn't
let's
work.
go back to these movies things, okay?
okay.
What other movies could we combine? Like, I mean, Great Gatsby and the Titanic, that was perfect. But, like,
That is actually an interesting one because there's probably a lot of movies out there that you could do this, but
Yeah.
Ender's Game with Riddick.
possibly.
Oh, that
Now,
would be
I have
cool.
I have one for you. The James Bond movie series is more or less the original James Bond. Sean Connery gets too old, obviously, so they clone him. But due to the cloning process being imperfect, he still only has the memories of being in that time for that reason, for this purpose. So pretty much they're just feeding him an endless loop of the same villains because he's too dangerous to try to put down yet.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, he is a super agent with, like, apparently a supernatural ability to never miss unless he wants. So, yeah, you go ahead and try to kill him.
He
Kinda
also
hard.
has a thing for women with provocative names.
Octopussy? Are you serious?
Octopussy?
I'd rather not think of a woman with 8 vaginas. That's like scary. That's like Star Trek stuff right there.
But don't get mad because it's too much work for you, boo boo.
Hey, I can't sleep with multiple women because I don't want them to wake up being disappointed. Because
yeah, that's right. Aim to please.
I do aim to please, but still,
Giggity.
there would at least be 7 other women who'd be very disappointed.
You can't do at least. You can have to at least get 2 in there.
Well, it depends on how much Viagra I have because I can only get it up so many times. And if I get a 4-hour erection, then yes, maybe all of them can have some pleasure.
Oh yeah.
There's just got to be a lot of water and a lot of ecstasy.
Oh God.
That doesn't heighten it. Think about it. Everything you touch makes you go, yeah. So 4 hours of me not having any of that will be raw dog.
This pillow is just so wonderful right now. Have you felt this pillow?
Yeah.
Oh God, look at this lamp.
This lamp loves me. Look. Oh, yeah. But back to the movies in general. What other movies could we put into this? Could we combine to make it? But the problem is, I say again, with the movie RP ideas is we have a set plot, a set script, but we're trying to throw in what? What are we trying to make different? Is this a multiverse theory here?
I think we should continue it on. Like
But-
make a sequel, or not, well, in some cases a sequel, but like make, trilogies and stuff. Like make our own.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Now, I have a question for all of you. I don't know how. You're a movie buff. Do you remember? I can't remember. I think I want to say it's The Dark City. These group of people at midnight fall asleep or in coma, and these like tall gray men come and take out syringes and take out their memories, rearrange them, completely rearrange the city.
Ooh.
Do you remember that movie?
I
The one guy keeps waking up instead of falling back to sleep.
I'm trying to remember. That sounds really familiar. I don't know if I've seen it all the
good
way
movie.
through though.
Yeah, it was a really good movie. Eventually, he developed the ability to shape reality from his own memories.
Well, that's fun.
Well, it was towards the very end because what they were trying to do is figure out how to be human.
Well, through that, just from your description of that, that movie, oh man, I cannot remember the name of it, but it was basically the world was being controlled by a group of guys, you know what I'm saying? And then, they would, a group of guys, and once somebody started to realize or veer off the path that they had planned for them, they would come and then switch it up again. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know what you're talking about. It was,
yeah.
what is that movie? It had, was it Leo?
Was it Leo?
I'm not sure if it was Leonardo or not. I think so.
Wait, yes, it was. It was.
It was,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
The
I'm
Adjustment
pretty sure
Bureau.
it was him.
Yeah, and then they also had
I
another
don't
one
know
called The Watch or something.
I remember the Night Watch movie and Day Watch. You remember those movies? It was
Day
Russian.
Watch.
Day Watch and Night Watch was those Russian films where they're in Russia and they had the good versus evil shit going on.
What about Equilibrium and The Matrix?
Now, Equilibrium got me annoyed because I can see that happening to the society, but it's just so horrible. It's just so horrible.
Well, what got me into it was just how they do the close gunfighting and they're bending and moving and stuff.
The gun
man,
katas.
that was killer. I would love to learn how to do that.
Now the gun katas actually made me wonder, could that be possible? Could you train your body to be in that kind of fluid motion?
Oh yeah.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Actually, there's a
But
martial arts.
But there's a problem with the gun kata is that your gun can only fire a certain speed. There's only so many times you can pull that trigger before you eventually pull it too fast for the gun to react. Now, I say that in the thought process of I've dealt with guns my entire military career and for a good part of my life. I know when I squeeze the trigger, it's almost instantaneous to me, but if I do gun katas, and I try to sling my arms this way, pull triggers, there is a certain delay before the slide racks the next round, shoots it into the chamber, and then my trigger hammer can fall back down and hit it again.
Well, I'm sure a majority of us train our body to do that.
Mm-hmm.
The guns will get better.
Well, you can adjust the trigger squeeze versus the recoil and the slide coming back forward. But, if you're learning how to sling your body in such a fast way like they do, and such angles, there's a certain amount of perception you have to attain. I don't know how they do
If
the
you
over the shoulder. It's sort of like
can't
Dante.
do that, then you have knives, you know.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, with martial weapons, not to get off topic from role plays, like actually we can tie this into role plays. I see this sometimes, where we write a character who's particularly skilled with, say, a knife or a sword or a bow and arrow. I can visualize from their role plays how their bodies turned in my own mind, painting the picture, if you will. But sometimes you get those like doing Dante, where he throws the gun over his shoulder and shoots this way and that way, and then crosses over. It gets to a point where if your character is not a specifically supernatural person, sort of like the gun caught as an equilibrium, there's a certain amount of perception that you have to have. I don't think you can really train your perception to be able to know that your guns are pointing at the center mass.
Well,
because give or take someone's size or shape or mass that they have.
If I may.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've now entered the science section of the podcast.
Indeed. We've actually hit 25 minutes and 45 seconds. This is one of the longer ones I've done. But also, let's go ahead and break back from this and get back to the role play of Cultaholics. Right back down to it is we were talking about the Coliseums and movie role plays. What other role plays you could see that we could do from genres besides the obvious ones that we cater to? Is there any genres that you see that we're missing?
Can we take a step back to the movie thing?
I guess we can revisit that, yes.
All right. Just quickly. We were talking about like combining movies and going on with separate parts of the movies. I thought about this when we brought up the Titanic briefly, is that you keep the plot from the movie, but you don't use, like, the canon characters aren't involved. Like, if you're on the Titanic, everybody had to be somebody else except for the,
So the canons are completely removed, or are they just doing their own thing? They're set motion.
I think they should be doing their own thing.
They would be doing, what would be the point? They're already doing what they're doing in the movie. Like, you could see them doing what they're doing, but they would be a part of the role play, but people wouldn't play them because they would already be doing.
Would you try to? What if some character tried to interfere with the set motions of, say, Jack and the hot car scene? Well, if somebody just walked by.
Exactly. They would try to take her place or something like that.
Or possibly be like, "What the shit's going on here?" and open the door, and they're like, "Oh God."
Or try to kill Jack.
And is that like an alternative universe that we enter?
We could do that's what I'm saying with the multiverse theory.
Like, the characters should just be left alone. Like, I feel like we should still be in the same time era, still have the background.
Just a different person point of view.
Pretty much. And don't, that should be one of the main rules, is that you cannot refer back to the movie. Like, you cannot try to bring movie events into this. Like, you can have certain events that happen, like, historically. Like, obviously, you can't keep the Titanic from sinking. It's going to sink. So,
let's say that I'm just one of the Joe Schmoes in there, and I'm playing cards for the ticket on the Titanic versus Jack, and I lose. From that point of view, I've missed out on that, and I can go on a little side stint, per se, about how I lost.
Butterfly effect.
Yeah, in a sense. Think about it. It's like somebody had to lose that ticket, thus miss out. So what opportunities did they miss, or what opportunities did they find? You can completely color a faceless character with, like, a really vibrant background for a short period of time, obviously, because they're going to fall off the map anyway, because they have no tie to the Titanic.
And this is where creativity comes in.
Indeed. That's why some people who sneer at roleplay, like, that's not writing. Like, it is writing. You were literally taking a character from your own story when you make a roleplay, and you're asking other people, other authors, if you will, to put in a character to help you develop one or more. You could actually ask them, "Hey, do you mind if I put your character in this? Because I find that the chemistry that we made here with these characters is perfect for this story."
Yeah, you would just be. It would be a different perspective for sure. And if anything, you could just rewrite the whole story to your own. It'd kind of be like a fan fiction. You know what I'm saying?
In most senses, they are. Because with our anime role plays and our video game role plays and whatnot.
If we were to do the movies, it would most definitely be one. Especially, you would have to have more than one mod, though, for sure.
Oh, definitely. Over different parts who are well-versed in this specific place.
Exactly. Like, okay, who knows the Titanic better versus who knows the Great Gatsby better, yes. And which part,
See, faceless character that I've told you about that did the card game later becomes one of the people who knows Gatsby or works for Gatsby doesn't even know that it's the same person he inadvertently doomed to die.
Or you could always have the other, one of the characters know the whole background story and be playing off the crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Like, I'm sorry, I keep repeating myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm picking up what you put down. But
I'm
anyway.
picking it up, dog.
But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to cut this one a little short. I mean, we are at 30-minute mark. But, hey, you can catch us again. Maybe again with these wonderful people on the same topic at another time. This is your captain speaking, signing off.